And I want to talk about the cha-cha slide because I heard the cha-cha slide last night. Was it the cha-cha slide? No, I lied. See, I lied. We were doing... It appears I, too, have left a part of me in downtown Columbus last night. I broke my nail. I broke my nails. Okay. Anyway, so I had to cut them all off. I'm kind of sad, but I just can't wait for our next journey here in the nail world. Anyway. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Big Clouds Only, the podcast where I yammed along, talk about whatever the hell I want. Welcome back. You guys, I'm so excited to be here today. I realized it was February 23rd and I had yet to record a Big Clouds Only. I did record one with my sister, but I feel like I want to try it one more time and have a little more direction. But I could still cut it together and it could be great. So we'll see. But I know for sure I had a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about. So I have a list here today. You guys. So I could just start off first off. We went out downtown last night. It had been a minute. I am so baked right now. We're smoking. It was the mixed batch, you guys, a $20 mixed batch from CBD Hemp Direct, you guys. I rolled a joint and I smoked all of it. It was kind of fat juicy, I'm not gonna lie, but I am so baked right now. I had a little bit of chocolate ice cream and then I said, bet bitch, we gotta go back upstairs. We gotta go back upstairs. Water supply is gone. Oh my God. Anywho, I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, we went out. A lot of fun. I got my bucket from Howl at the Moon. I love it. And we went to DraftKings. I've never been there, but it was totally fine. It was fine. I was ready to go. I was tired. I was there for the vibes, but I had two shots and 2 drinks. But like I wasn't even like tipsy, okay? I was just so like full. I was like, I'm just here for the vibes now at this point. My vape pen was dead. John T came out with us last night. He was dead. I popped him a few times and then he died. So I was a little sad, but I'm just thankful I actually didn't have John T because I had to drive home. So I was totally fine. I was just totally fine. Somebody I knew had a few drinks though, so that's all. It was a good time though. I was like that would be really good for my mental health right now because it's still snowy outside and I just can't do it. I'm over it, but I try every day. We push through every day, you guys. Anyway, you guys, this is a segment, the first segment. I tried to do this on an old episode, but it never went live. So I created this graphic for Rodeo Roundup, you guys. Welcome to Rodeo Roundup. I made that like the last time the rodeo was around. We recorded a podcast. Rhino and I recorded a podcast and I never posted it. I don't know. I just never got around to finishing the edit. Didn't feel good about it, you know? Anywho, so you have that to thank for this graphic, you guys. I cannot wait for next year, okay? I cannot wait for next year, basically. Love the rodeo. So we went to the rodeo and I recorded a vlog, and it's not the easiest thing to do because you don't want to record other people when you're at the rodeo. So I tried my best. I'm going to try and cut it together if it's awkward. It's really just the camera, like me down here, because I don't want anybody to be in my video that doesn't want to be in it. Okay, so for that we did take a rip of jaunty. We did take a rip of jaunty every time somebody fell off the horse or the bull in Nationwide Arena. Okay. I didn't really see the issue with it. I don't see the problem. They had like smoke going up anyway as like a prop or, like special effect. There was smoke going up. So I was just, I should have sent them an invoice at the end of the night, The clouds weren't that bad. I was like tasting it, but then I was like, there was no clouds. So like, Jaunty was not like, we knew Jaunty was dying. So anyway, we took a fat juicy rip for every man who fell off their bowl. Okay. This is squeak. Sorry. And I also had 2 margaritas that night. Okay. 2 margaritas that night. Do you know how much these frozen margaritas cost at these arenas? And I really didn't even bat an eye. Okay. It was like, I don't know, like more than, do you think it was 16 ounces? Maybe it was more, but it was a frozen margarita. $24.99. And I was like, add it to the cart. Like, give it to me. And then he went and got me another margarita. I don't know how much that one was. It was a double. It was probably the same price. Crazy. But like, it's so fun. It's so fun, Like, wow. Well, you make like some money, just a little bit of money. And you're like, yes, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to have a good time at the rodeo. There's something about it. We had a good time. Oh, okay. Two. I went and got myself a pretzel, you guys. Something about this pretzel, I loved it. And I ate a bunch of it and I saved a rest for later in my bag. And I have to talk about that too. Oh my God. I put the pretzel and the cheese in my bag and then I came back to it later, like when the munchies really started kicking in. It was great. So basically, it was in a see-through bag. And that's what just triggered me now. The see-through bag. Okay, we were walking up to the stadium. This is all over the place. I'm sorry. We were walking up to the stadium and I was like, am I the only girl with a bag right now? And I know they like let you bring in certain size bags, but I didn't realize like how small, So, and mine, I don't know why I like had it. I think I got it for Taylor Swift, and then I've used it again. I also have another like see-through bag, but it's like iridescent. So maybe that's the bag I brought last time. Maybe. I don't know. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, shit, should I bring my purse back to the car? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go in there. And I'm not even going to question it. I was like, this bag is small enough. They were going up to people in line though, like behind us saying like, ma'am, is this a medical bag? And yes or no. And the one woman was like, well, you can take your purse back to your car. It was bigger than mine though. It was huge. I don't really think it was big, but my bag was see-through. If I showed it to you, you probably would be like, yeah, that's fine. But I didn't really, I looked at the bag policy, but I was just like, oh, like small, clear bag. It didn't even need to be clear. So like the actual rules. So Lord, I don't know, but we got it through, girl. We got it through. Very thankful because I don't think that other bag would have held my pretzel. Okay. That's all. Hell yeah. Rodeo. Oh my God. Also too, the woman that I went up to buy my pretzel from, I don't know, we were just, hi, how are you? Da, 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 da. And she's like, okay, it'll be this much. And she's like, something about tipping, like, oh, like if you want to tip us, like, please, like we're volunteer. And I was like, hold on, wait. Okay, excuse my ignorance. I was like, I didn't know we were at an Ohio State game. Like, that's what they say at the Ohio State game. So, like, is it because it was the rodeo they're not paying the employees? Or, like, does she do work at both? Like, and excuse my ignorance. I just want to know, like, why would they not pay Nationwide Arena employees? Why would they not pay them? So, I was going to give her a tip anyway. Like, but I was just curious. That really did something for me because I was like so baked and I was like really thinking about it. I had to talk to Rhino about it. I was like, make this make sense in my brain. Okay. That's all. That is all. Also too with the rodeo, the one of the sponsors was like Cinch something. Excuse my ignorance once again. And they were doing a fan of the night, okay? And this, I don't even know like what the qualifications were, but at like some sort of intermission part, they were just playing all this music to get people up and people dancing and being on like the Jumbotron. And you guys, I have never been on a Jumbotron. And I didn't think it would be this hard. So next year when we go to the rodeo, we know like where they like show the Jumbotron people. So we're going to have to go and buy tickets in that area, knowing there's a possibility for me to be on the Jumbotron. Okay. That's been that's a goal in my life, but not on the Kiss Cam though. I don't know. Oh my God. That shit had me cringe. Nobody can see me do that, okay? But they were playing all this music, guys, getting everybody hyped up, showing them on the Jumbotron, okay? And they were doing like a bunch of like line dance songs. So like we heard the cha-cha slide. I was like, okay, getting into it. Like a lot of people were doing it and having fun. Then we heard Cotton Eye Joe, and they were dancing, really getting into it. And there was this one girl here in front, and this some girls behind her, and they were doing the Cotton Eye Joe, and she was like turning around like trying to learn it off of them. Like she didn't know the dance. And I just want to know, like, why hasn't she been exposed to the Cotton Eye Joe until like today? Like those songs are so iconic. Like I did a whole deep dive on these popular line dance songs. Like that whole situation really got me so like in my brain thinking, doing Google searches, taking notes for you guys, because I want to talk about this and I want to know like what are today's popular like line dance songs, because I know like they do line dancing like at those country bars. Like they have line dance songs for any song, okay? But it's like, where does that meet like popular culture, where we're all in this like nationwide arena meeting for the rodeo, okay? And and so many people know this dance, but others don't yet. And I'm like, are we not having enough like parties? Are the schools not having enough like DJs coming in at the end of the year? I don't know. She was probably like 12, maybe like 10 or 12. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a little younger. I don't know. I was like, yes, girl, get into it. Like, let's do this. So this led me into my research, you guys. So for the research, I had pop culture line dance songs, Cotton Eye Joe, and this one was by the Rednecks. But you need to understand how they spell their names. It's Red, R-E-D, capital R, okay, and capital N, and then E-X, the Rednecks, okay? And they're from Sweden. Of course they are. There's something about Swedish, like, music. Like, there's such a tie to that style of music to Sweden. It's crazy. Like, the pipeline is crazy. Like, I've always just known, like, Sweden had, like, this sweet spot for, like, pop music, you know? Or, like, Sweden... they worked with this one girl on YouTube. Somebody from Sweden worked with, I don't remember, Tabby. I think she was making music with, like, in a country in Sweden. And I was like, that's crazy. So ever since that day, like, I've kind of noticed, like, if things were done in Sweden, you know, I think it's like Tate McRae. She went over there, right? I hope I'm not lying. Am I crazy? Am I making shit up? I might be making shit up. I'm gonna cut that. Okay, but anyway, Cotton Eye Joe. Anyway, but moving on, I want to talk about the cha-cha slide, because I heard the cha-cha slide last night. Was it the cha-cha slide? No, I lied. See, I lied. We were doing Cupid Shuffle last night, but that also made its way on my list. But we were doing the Cupid Shuffle last night, but it's crazy. But like next year on my list, I had Where is DJ Casper Today? And if you guys don't know who DJ Casper is, he was the one behind the mastermind, okay? The mastermind behind the Cha-Cha Slide, okay? And I just wanted to know where DJ Casper was today because, like, what happened to him? Like, what happened to him? And I also really wanted to know, like, what his net worth was. And I don't think I found that out. But DJ Casper passed away in 2023. I don't know the exact date, but I did know that we found out that he had cancer and he passed away in 2023. R.I.P. DJ Casper. You honestly were a legend, and you really did something great. You really did something amazing for a lot of people. Weddings, school dances. I guess when you go to like the Howl at the Moon and the live band, like that's one of the kind of songs that they'll play for you. And honestly, last night I was pleased with the playlist. Okay, you guys did a pretty good job. They did. They were messing up the lyrics to Espresso. I feel like they put their own little thing on it, and I was like, okay, that's that me espresso. I don't think she was saying that. That's just me espresso. That's what it sounded like. Anywho, my mouth is so dry, you guys. But back to the Cha-Cha Slide. My mouth is so dry. In the 2000s, it charted #1 in the UK, and it also charted number 83 in the United States. So that's pretty cool. But I love how like the UK was like, hell yeah. What kind of... Now I'm like going in the deep dive because I just want to know like what... Do the people in UK just like have like get it? Do they get it? Or like what kind of connection was there for that song to get played that much in the UK? That's another deep dive for another day, you guys. Oh, also to related R.E. Charlie Brown. Okay, this next one is related to Cha-Cha Slide too on my research list. It does, how does one actually Charlie Brown? And I did go on to do that research. I don't know if I could show you a video. Maybe I'll record a clip of me doing the Charlie Brown and I'll insert it. But it's fairly simple. Like we finally figured out what that was because they were doing like this when I was in elementary school, and I was like, I don't think it's that. And there's no way I'm doing that. I'm not doing that, okay? Also, too, hot take part 2 is better than part 1. I think they just gave it a little more oomph because he was like, in part 1, did he allude to part 2? Because I know in part 2 he spoke about part 2. So I just want to know like if there's any other difference beside it adding more like, you guys, did they release part 1 and thinking like this is going to go hella viral, this is going to go hella live, and it probably didn't chart like that well. But then when they added that extra oomph to it, it really did something. It really wasn't it on the same CD? I don't know. Oh, well, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I have to go into a deep dive. So take this with a grain of salt. Take everything that just came out of my mouth with a grain of salt. Okay. Because I need to do like actual like fact checking. Like no, we're just exploring a thought. Allegedly. All of this is alleged. We're just exploring thoughts, okay? But what a great part 2 is better than part 1. Yes. Anyway. Yes. So next up on the research list, we had Cupid Shuffle, the music video. I specifically went ahead and looked up the Cupid Shuffle music video. And the beginning and the whole thing is very similar to the Cha-Cha Slide, where they start off with like a woman being like, this hot new dance is sweeping the nation. This hot new dance is sweeping the nation. The Cupid Shuffle, y'all. I don't even know what that was. The Cupid Shuffle. Okay, so anyways, I'm sorry guys, I had a moment there. But the Cupid Shuffle, it's like a lady, she's like being interviewed, or she's at the scene and she's a reporter, okay? And she talks about this hot new dance or whatever. Happened in both music videos, and a lot of it was like recording people doing this dance, okay? It was the same two videos, essentially, just shot in a different font, you know? It was very much inspired by it. And I want to know if that was on purpose. I want to, probably. How else would you like do a story around you trying to launch a hot line dance? Bring it back, you guys. Okay. I also got to thinking too about like what other songs are out there that had very moving line dances to them, or just like popular dances, songs with dances to them. Okay, because there were a lot of songs, but not a lot of them had their own dance to it. Soulja Boy, big Soulja Boy fan here. Okay, you crank that Soulja Boy. Wait, I forgot to mention, I'm so sorry, do you know how many views? That was also something I was taking into account here, is how many views did these music videos get? And also too, I don't know if this was like after, like how many years after. Oh my God, I can hear my mouth. Also too, like I don't know when these 2000's, right? These came out in 2000's. I don't know like if they were posting them to YouTube at the time. I don't know what the quality was. I didn't really check. But basically today, the Cha-Cha Slide has 150 million views on YouTube. And I think that's really crazy. That is some damage. Like, that is pretty popular. Okay. I didn't clock the Cupid Shuffle one. I'm so sorry. I didn't clock that one. Should we look super quick? Okay. Cupid Shuffle. Cupid. How do you spell it? Shuffle. Okay, I just want to know. Okay, so for the Cupid Shuffle, currently has 97 million views. 17 years ago was it was posted. That's crazy. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance, do your dance. So good. That was a good one. Like, that one was one I definitely learned later on in life, but not too far off. Like, 17 years ago, how many years, what is that in my brain? I need to see the year. Like, I can't. 2007. So I don't really know what I was doing in 2007, but it's probably right that I would have learned it around that year. Off of somebody else who knew it in the club already. The club being the wedding, the dance, you know, the end of the school year party where Cupid shuffling, somebody's birthday party. Okay, that's when I'm learning it. Soulja Boy, I don't know how I learned the Soulja Boy, if I'm gonna be honest. I got a new dance here called the Soulja Boy. We get so lit when we hear that. Oh my God, I would die. I would kill to be in a room to hear Soulja Boy right now. I would love to go off. Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy, when did Soulja Boy come out? My mouth is so dry. Soulja. But the thing too about, I gotta hear my mouth. The thing too about Soulja Boy is, didn't he like come out with his own like Xbox 6 system? And something happened. I just thought, did he get sued? I don't know. So Soulja Boy came out 15 years ago in 2009 with, currently it sits at 604 million views. That is absolutely insane. Justice for the Cha-Cha Slide. What the heck? Soulja Boy. But Soulja Boy went crazy, and Soulja Boy is still, I don't know if I would say he's relevant. He might still be, but like it wasn't that long ago that you heard the news about the PlayStations or whatever. Like, how long ago was that? Let me look it up now. But I haven't heard about him since then. So it was like one of those systems where you could play like probably 1,000 different games. What was Soldier? This is an AI overview too, giving you that heads up. What was Soldier Boy's console called? Soldier Boy's video game console was called the Soldier Game. It's spelled like soldier, like soldier. Okay. It was an emulator that played games from other companies. Yes. And then like what happened? Did he get sued? Or like or was he just selling them for an astronomical amount of money? I don't remember. But when was that? 6 years ago. Okay. Well, where is Soldier Boy today? Where is Soldier Boy today? Because outside of that, I don't know where this man is. I hate to sound ridiculous, but do you guys like follow him? Like, were you guys big Soldier Boy fans? I thought people probably liked him more than anyone else who released a song like that. So, I mean, he's going on tour, the Swag Tour 2025. Hell yeah. Okay, wait. Will he play Soldier Boy? Well, did Soldier Boy have other songs though too? We need to go. Let me see. Soldier Boy the Swag Tour, Baltimore. Oh wait. Oh, is it a sellout? Well, maybe he is popping. Well, how many followers? 7.3 million. Okay, Soldier Boy. What other Soldier Boy song was there? I know he had another song. There was maybe like one other one. She Make It Clap. Are you familiar with that one? Bounce Out. Trap Kitchen, Swag Before Drip, Do Numbers, Back in LA. Bust Down Cartier Boys. Heavy Motion. Soldier Boy opens up. Second, Sogged MG, SODMG store vlog. Soldier Boy Trap Off My Phone. Soldier Boy, I just caught another play. Soldier Boy, huh? Ricky Rubio. Soldier Boy, first rapper to do it. Soldier Boy, stand on business. Soldier Boy, pints. Soldier Boy, stir the pot. Soldier Boy, black. Have you guys heard any of these? Racks out, front, back. G-Lock. Tornado arm. Igloo. I'm sorry. Soldier Boy's Tesla Cybertruck. I saw a Cybertruck today. FTTU. Oh my god, no, like he had one other Soldier Boy. I got a new dance for y'all called Soldier Boy. Wait, everything I've spoken about has been like the last year as well. So maybe he really is out there like doing numbers. Like, I want to know. I want to know the lore. Do you guys still listen to Soldier Boy? How old is he? He's like, how old is Soldier Boy? The dive for Soldier Boy went so strong today, you guys. I'm gonna give you one last update about Soldier Boy, okay? Around his age. He's 34 years old, you guys, okay? I think we should move on. I'll go look that up about Soldier Boy later, okay? Next on the list of our research, we had The Wobble, which was by WIC, and it has 80 million views. And when did The Wobble come out? All the shawties in the club, let me see your dress. Wait, but was it was, yeah, they had like a wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble, wobble baby, wobble baby. Make it back it. Yeah. Make back it up. There was a dance. When did it come out? 2008. So when was Soldier Boy? I should have kept up the tabs. He was. They also blurred out the Superman logo on his jacket. It's 15 years ago. 2009, we got Soldier Boy, and The Wobble hit us in 2008. So, but The Wobble felt older. I feel like I learned Soldier Boy before I learned The Wobble, okay? And with a view count like that, makes sense. Okay? yeah, I didn't really step too much further than those few songs on my list here, but it was a fun deep dive just to kind of look and analyze these numbers because there wasn't anything else that really like hit my brain for like the YMCA maybe, but that's like older. So I just wanted to know like what has anybody released a song and had a dance that was so widely learned and understood and performed? Like who's taken that spot? Has it been these little TikTok dances or what? Like maybe, but I don't know if I'll ever go to a party and have Renegade on a playlist. You know? Renegade, 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 you know? So like what other do you know what I'm saying? Like if you know of a song with a dance that we're doing in at parties nowadays, like let me know. Like I want to be clued in. I want to be filled in. I want to be a part of the fun. Let me know. Okay? Briefly, very briefly too. Okay? Because I saw this and I thought it was crazy. Okay? And I want to set this up and say like I just want to know why like I feel like it's not hard to believe just given, you know. Okay, so I am hearing about this story and I want to talk about it just a little bit because of how crazy it is. We won't go into full detail, but the story behind Brigitte Macron, I think, is crazy. I think it is so crazy. And I I saw Candace Owens was reporting on the Taylor Swift stuff and the Blake Lively stuff, and I was clued in. I was like, I need somebody. She was coming on my feed talking about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, and I was like, I need to watch. I need to hear the story. I need to know what's going on. She just had like all the tea on the Blake Lively and Taylor Swift and Justin Baldoni stuff, so I was locked in, and then I started hearing stories from her about Brigitte Macron, and I was like, this is so crazy because I like would believe it. Like people love money and power, and I don't think it's crazy like it is crazy, but I'm like these people with all this money, like I feel like they will do anything to keep the money and power, okay? The power that I would believe what they might be doing. And it could just be like I don't even know why somebody would need to be in a situation like that. I don't care what the I don't care if they're a man or a female. I don't care. Who cares? But like why lie about it? Maybe you're not comfortable. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that's one thing, right? And the whole thing about if she's actually her husband's dad, that's crazy. That's you guys, like I'm hearing this stuff. Like this storytelling is good. And I think it's crazy. But I don't think it's hard to believe. Like I'm like just because I know like all the stuff with like Diddy going on too, it's like so crazy. I'm like, I would believe it. No, like I totally believe it because why? Why wouldn't you even think of the possibility, you know? Like, why doubt? And then, like, you know, there's like articles online like saying she sued or whatever. Like, people, what's the defamation? She sued a few people and she's won, but like, it's like $8,000. Like, is that a lot for a defamation lawsuit? Like, if there was like that too, like, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I guess the things that people were being sued for were kind of like details, just very specific details. I don't know exactly what, but I don't know why like Candace Owens' story like shouldn't be like listened to or believed in, you know? I don't know. I honestly I could be crazy. So she's a very good storyteller and a journalist. So I would, like, the research was crazy. And like, I just believe it. There's just not a lot of information out there that's come out publicly from their side. And I just can think about like what kind of like weird shit is going on with these like famous people. Oh my God, pray for me, please. Pray for me, please. I won't go on like too deep about it, but it's like the rituals and stuff like that. Like, what is going on for like that to be happening? Because I totally believe that shit is happening. Okay, there's cults, and then there's the government. Like, same thing. I don't know. Oh my God, conspiracy theorist has entered the chat. Anyway, I just thought it was crazy, and I was very moved by like that story over the past week that I felt like I needed to talk to somebody about it, because people can shut it down, and that's fine. They don't have to believe it. But I heard that and I was like, honestly, I believe it. I would believe it. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. I just know it is. Like, they don't want us to know. And in the press too, they'll protect, because it makes sense. Like, it would make sense if it was going on. Like, how much money are they getting to like keep it a secret? Do you know what I'm saying? That's all. To protect the higher ups, because like people would flip out if they found out about that, because it's crazy. Like, that's all. Okay, like you have to like think about it on both sides. Yeah. But like with the things that I've seen, I'm just like, you want to question it. Like, I just want to think about it and question it. Okay. They got me engaged. Yeah, and I also saw like I'll see that content now, so I'm getting served other content. Maybe I watched it on TikTok a little bit, but people are not talking about this. Like, nobody's talking about this. I'm like, of course, like they're keeping the people quiet. That's all. Or the press isn't posting about it because they're on the side of Brigitte and the president of France. That's all. Okay. All right. Moving on. I'm done talking about it. Maybe one day we'll come back into Brigitte Macron, but I just want to share with you guys my thoughts when I get really high. And I'm like, it really makes me think. And it's good to think. It's good to think. I think it's good to think and question and challenge. Okay. That's all. I want to step into now and talk about what is my personal alternate reality. Okay. Just discovered this very recently. So basically it's in the bathroom. Okay. On the scale in the bathroom. So essentially, I had been weighing myself in a certain area of the bathroom, okay? And was weighing this amount, okay, for whatever reason. You're moving the laundry, the scale gets moved out or whatever. Step on it, 5 pounds heavier, okay? So what has recently become my alternate reality is putting the scale on the crack so I weigh 5 pounds lighter. It's seriously, it's like a few pounds. And, like, some days that can make or break you. Like, just seeing it, not really, but like when you think you're making progress and you see the number go up, you're like, oh, damn, like I'm gaining weight. Like, how is that happening? Like, damn, whatever, just relatable shit. But yeah, that was my personal alternate reality. I just thought it'd be funny to talk about because it made me laugh, Yes. One last thing we're going to chat about today before we wrap it up and go, and I go eat some more ice cream. I wanted to talk about, I was trying to log in to this computer over here to record the big clouds, and that reminded me that my like license or whatever, or the yearly, they put you in like a contract, right, for a year, and you can pay monthly or you can pay like a flat rate, I think. And I do the monthly option. But the thing is, I got a notification saying it was going to be renewed in March, and I needed to make a note because when it renews, it's going to go up to $50 like it does every year. It goes every year. So you know what I do? I send a message to Adobe because the girl I was in college with, I had an Adobe account in college, okay? And I was paying for it, and you can get a student discount. And my account is still like wrapped weird, mangled, because I had been milking that student email for so long, and they got rid of my access. I don't have it. And I was using my student email to get the discount. Okay. And now I was like, shit, I should probably swap over emails because I don't want to lose access to this account if I can't get into the Adobe email. Anywho, basically she told me, she's like, you can just ask them for a discount and they'll give you one. I was like, oh shit. Okay. So ever since I heard that every year my Adobe renews, I ask for a discount. And you know what? They give it to me. Okay. And the last time I asked for it, they gave me the cheapest one I had ever seen. It was like $20 something. Okay. Something about paying $50 for Adobe rubs me the wrong way. Like, I don't know if I use it that much to want to pay $50. The student discount was amazing. It was like $20. And I was like, that's doable. Okay. The fact that you like are charging a cloud subscription service, and like that's the only way you can really Adobe anymore, unless you probably like download an old version of the software. Like, I mean, it's good for them because they probably cut like pirating and shit, because I had like a pirate version of Photoshop on my laptop, and it was the easiest video like tutorial ever. And I had looked for it like a few years ago. Not gonna lie. I was like, damn, let me just download this. Like a hard software. No updates. Like, you're not getting updates on it, but the software was working. Okay, so they probably do it for that reason. That reason as well. But yeah, like, I'm a $20 girl. I'm a cheap bitch. You know, like, I'm not paying no $50 for no Adobe. So that made me laugh. I'm always like, discount please, sir. They're like, yes, ma'am. I'm like, thank you. Because, like, I'm a paying customer. Like, you know, I've also gotten coupon codes. I've heard about that, too. Like, they were hosting, I think it just went too viral. And they were like, oh, we're giving it away too much shit. Adobe was hosting, like, a monthly, like a competition where, like, you can submit. They give you a prompt and you would have to use their service to like make something, and you would submit it. And just by doing that, they would give you like a coupon code for like, I don't know if it was a month or so of, you know, a free month of the service. And I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. So I would participate for the 2 years. And I think it like probably just went too viral on TikTok because they cut the series. They were probably thinking it would be low key, maybe, and then it kind of like blew up, and they were like, shit, we probably don't have money to compensate people like that, you know? So I was using that for a while, and then I was like, shit, they want me to pay $50 a day. I pay $50 is a day I'm not even using the service. Like, this opens up a whole conversation. People are like, oh, like, you subscribe to Photoshop? I'm like, yeah, I love the cloud. Like, but you know what? I only use the cloud for Audition, Photoshop mainly, but I love having access to Illustrator and After Effects. Okay, Premiere Pro can suck my. I just hate the layout. I love Resolve, and you can do everything in Resolve, and you can probably do just about everything in Adobe, but I hate the way that it looks. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I want to know what services you guys are using that are a flat fee. I'm almost done. Basically, just wanted to say, like, what services are you guys using that's probably like a flat fee? Okay. Is the subscription worth it, or should you just pay the flat fee? Because I know with Resolve, you buy it once, but like they give you updates, and I love Resolve, but their free version is just amazing. Like, you can get a lot done with just the free version, so I keep it. Okay. But there's another app, and I don't remember what it's called, and I used it, but it was like the layout was so different from Photoshop that I was like, ugh, I don't want to learn it, you know? But it was like a flat fee, and they probably had like updates. I don't know. Anyways, that's really what my brain. That was 46 minutes. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So I hope you had a wonderful time getting baked with me and me chatting about the rodeo, chatting about Brigitte Macron. That's crazy. My personal alternate reality. I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up now. I'm so baked. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you guys want to have a conversation, leave a comment below. Like, let's chat about it. Like, I want to hear you, okay? Like, let me know. Let me know. Okay? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will see you guys very soon with another video. Wait, shout out to CBD Hemp Direct, you guys. They didn't reach out to me. I just been buying their cheap weed because a $20 ounce, hell yeah, mixed batch. We don't even know what's in it. Like, I don't even know what's in it, but it did the body good today, you guys. I think it's worth it. 100%. It got my ass up, and we're recording some fat, juicy clowns. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, give it a like. If you like the podcast, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about next time. Trying our best here to keep up with these monthly posts. So hopefully I'll get this up next weekend. I think. All right, goodbye. I'm so baked right now.